everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and it is finally time for me to get my winter interest LiveWall replanted for summer. Now, I actually propagated a whole bunch of coleus from the other side. Let me show you. So we're going to go into my prop house and I will show you how everything's doing there. Here, everything has been growing out really well, at least for these bottom few rows. I had to steal a few from this row to fill in an area that's planted around the pool. But if you'll notice, this variety up here at the top hasn't been growing that well. So my plan is to actually remove these and put these in the garden and replace this entire row plus those two sides and then the entire other side with the coleus that I propagated when Joe Lampel was here visiting back in May. So let's go take a walk into the propagation house and see how all of those rooted cuttings are doing now that we are past the 6-week mark of being stuck. Okay, we're coming into the propagation house. This has been pretty much sealed since I stuck everything. Now I know these coleus are ready. I probably don't have enough for that entire wall, but it's a start. You see, everything looks pretty good. I do need to come through and check out to see what's rooted. That way I can pull some stuff out and propagate some more. But for right now, let's just take out the coleus. I've only got 2 trays. Oh yeah, it's definitely not gonna be enough. That's okay. Go to a garden center. Maybe by now, some of the coleus will be on sale. This will definitely be enough to get started on replanting the wall. Well, it's raining just hard enough that I'm probably not going to make a lot of progress getting this recorded simply because my equipment's going to get soaking wet. But my goal is to just come through and take out each of these individual boxes. Some of these actually have some plants that I want to save. Very specifically, in this case, I have a really healthy lavender that I plan on keeping in the live wall because it's so unusual for me to even have a lavender that's still alive, let alone blooming and looking so good. So, you know, I have a few of these. I'm gonna keep these in. I'm probably gonna cut the flower stalks off, and then I'll get busy getting this replanted with all the coleus. All right, we've had like 20 rain delays. It might still rain while we're in the midst of getting the wall replanted, but we're gonna do it. So just like the other side, we're going to do the same variety all the way across, or at least we're gonna try. And it's, I think at this stage, because we're so late in the season, like it's almost July, I want this to look good for August 7th, which is the tomato tasting. We're going to add fertilizer to each one of these. We're just using Garden Tone, try and give these coleus a boost to really grow out. I've never planted it this late.
Neither have I.
So usually we do this in April. So we're like 2 months off schedule for normal. But we're just going to essentially take this plastic insert out. We're gonna fill it with soil cube. And then we're gonna put 2 plants per long one plant per individual. And yeah, like I said, we'll just be conscientious to actually, these are great cuttings by the way, so we did good there. We'll just be conscientious to make sure we get like varieties all the way across. And then we'll add kind of a generous, more than I would normally give, amount of fertilizer, and then top dress it just like that, and then it goes right in place. So, all right, just a few more to do. while Aiden goes to get more soil cubes so we can finish the top side for the other side of the wall, let me tell you a little more about what we've done. So these are all rooted cuttings from the coleus that were planted earlier in the season on the other side. And I'm really happy. I'm just hoping that they will grow really vigorously and fill out. Like I said, we usually do this much earlier in the year. Now, across the top of this side, I had done some experiments in the winter planting where I'd put in some lavenders and they were doing well. They hadn't died. That's my standard for lavender. So I figured I would give it a try. Here on the top rung always is the driest area. And because the coleus on the other side on that top area didn't look as good as I want them to, decided that we're gonna replace them with Spotty Dotty Mangave. And this is just a terrific plant. It needs to be divided. These grow really rapidly. So I think that'll be a really good topper for the other side that's sort of dynamic and interesting and brings together all the colors that the coleus represent. I'll give you a close-up view of what we got planted today, knowing that really I know at least by fall this will look good. And then onto this side where it is totally filled in. And that's of course the goal. Now that top layer that was planted with coleus, it was these ones. And you see they just have these naked bottoms. And I'm not sure why. It looks sort of to me like these may have a disease. So I'm gonna temporarily keep them there. That's now repotted with small mangaves because the large ones looked completely floppy and crazy. And you know, if this doesn't look good in a couple of weeks, I'll just make sure that I buy some large coleus to compensate. Well, I hope this video will inspire you to grow something in an unusual way, on or off schedule. You know, I can't shake the fact that in past years I had the garden planted by now and I just have to get over it. Yeah, I'm not doing a good job with time management, clearly. But that's okay. Gardening is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to get enjoyment from it. I hope you learn from it. And if you found this video to be helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that bell notification so you'll know when we post more videos. And I look forward to sharing updates on this LiveWall right here in my driveway in Zone 7, Central North Carolina. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.